Yeah, I think I mentioned what it said in Zechariah about how you're going to have those that are feeble among us that shall be as David. And it says as an angel, basically as a power, as a God, man. You gotta imagine that, man.
That's right.
To be as a God. The feeble among you is representing the brothers that have low strength, less stature.
The short brothers with no big muscles and all of that.
Yeah,
they're gonna be powerful, man.
Those type of brothers, man, they gonna be fierce with it, man. Okay. Ability, they're gonna be able to snatch off a freaking street light, a street lamp, light pole on the street, snatch it out of the ground, man. Smack planes with it. That's the type of power that we talking about.
Talking about that Hancock, man.
Yeah.
You know, that Kal-El from Superman. Okay.
That's right, man. So we're gonna get into a few examples of what the angels can do, and even Yahweh Shai said it. Was that John the 14th chapter? The thing that you see me do, you shall do, and even greater, man. All right. So we're gonna get into a few of the things that the angels were able to do, and then we're gonna get into some of the things that the Lord did. The apostles. Lord willing. Because I know that the time is, we try not to be too long on these kind of videos. When we go live, we can go as long as we want, but we ain't streaming live right here, so we're gonna try to do this in a timely manner. So bear with us. But I don't know if what account you have right there.
I had the angels and Lot.
The angels and Con, you can get that.
This is Genesis chapter 19, and I'm gonna start up at I'm gonna start at verse 5. It says verse 4. I gotta get a little bit of the story. I'll read through it. Verse 4 says, "But before they lay down, the men of the city, even the men of Sodom, compassed the house around, both old and young, all the people from every quarter. And they called unto Lot and said unto him, Where are the men which came in to thee this night?"
If you would have read up, basically what they saw was the angels. They saw the angels come to Lot because they was giving him the warning that the Most High was about to jack that place up. So it's time for you and your wife, your daughters. It's time for y'all to bounce, man. Y'all gotta get up out of here. It's too fagged out here. There's too many sodomites, too many lesbos, man.
That's what the angels came to tell him.
Yeah. So the Most High was having mercy on Lot for Abraham's sake. So the angels came to his home, and they actually was, and that lets you know the high level demons that was on them sodomites and them Hamites. Yeah. They was actually lurking like they were on some spy surveillance type shit. Like, let's see, we watching this dude. We
vultures circling ass niggas,
man.
Yeah.
That's how severe that perverse spirit was on those Hamites, man. And that same spirit is in the midst, all over Babylon, man. Yeah. That's how you know the Most High is going to jack this place up. All right.
It said let Sodom and Gomorrah be an example.
Yep.
Verse 5 it says verse 5 it says, "Where are the men which came in to thee this night? Bring them out to us that we may know them." So
they wanted to. Anytime it says to get to know you in the scriptures, just know that that's
Yeah, that's some nasty shit. And that's the sex, but in this case it's that homosexuality.
Yeah, they want to know the angels, man. And this goes to show you that the angels can come in the form of men.
Yep.
All right. So that lets you know how we're gonna be. We're gonna still be like men, but we're gonna be extraterrestrial, man.
Yep. We're still gonna have a terrestrial nature, but it's gonna have
it's gonna be guided by the celestials, because we're gonna be spiritual. We're gonna walk in the ways of righteousness.
Yep. Verse 6 it says, "And Lot went out the door unto them and shut the door after him, and said, I pray you, brethren, do not so wickedly. Behold, I have 2 daughters which have not known man. Let me, I pray you, bring them out unto you, and do ye to them as is good in your eyes. Excuse me. Only,
man, these are fresh virgins, man. They ain't been touched. That thing, the thing that's tight on both of them.
Yeah.
You can have that, man. But they like, nah, man.
Well, that's what they is. Come on, they said, bro.
That's a sick ass spirit, man, to have. You know, that's a straight demon.
So only unto these men do nothing, for therefore came they under the shadow of my roof. And they said, stand back. And they said again, this one fellow came.
Every time you read that, I think about that scene in Friday After Next.
Yeah, I know that.
With Damon. When he was trying to get the Cat Williams in the bathroom.
Yeah, I'm a boy.
You know, he was like, watch out, nigga. You know, he just walked up in there and shit, and he pushed Cube back. Yep. Trying to go up in there and shit. That was the same demon that was on these Hamites, man. Right. And they was probably muscle bound just like Terry Crews, faggot ass, man.
Yeah.
You know? Big and swole and tall and all that, man.
Yeah. It says, and they pressed sore upon the man, even Lot, and came near to break the door.
So he's on the other side of the door, you know, trying to, you know, push it, you know, put his weight to hold the door to keep them from busting in, man. Because they was gonna try to do which was unseemly, man.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
Yep.
So, but watch what the angels is getting ready to do.
Verse
the
10.
Abilities that they have. Go ahead.
Verse 10 right here says, but the men put forth their hand and pulled Lot into the house to them and shut the door. They snatched him in the house. They brought him in the house without going outside to go get him.
Yep.
Then it says, and they smote the men that were at the door of the house with blindness, both small and great, so that they wearied themselves to find the door.
So they straight worked on their pupils and you know, worked on their sight and just straight blinded their ass, man.
Yep.
We gonna have that ability, man.
Yep.
Okay? We gonna be able to have those type of abilities. Esau gonna be able to fuck with us in that estate, man.
Forget about it, man. And I notice a lot of people, just by the way they act when a so-called white man comes around, and then puts forth his voice out in authority. Everybody usually cowers. Forget about that. Our mere, like the elder Rakali Kwam said, hey, when we step in the room, fear is gonna fall on everybody.
Yeah, you gonna shake, man.
Ooh.
You gonna feel the presence of the power.
You're gonna be scared to look up.
Yep.
I mean, even the 2/3 is gonna be shamed to look up. Okay, and they're Israelites as well.
Yeah,
but the heathen is especially. Yeah,
they're gonna have the power too.
You know.
You know.
Who you don't want that?
Right. But it's gonna be levels.
Yeah.
You know, like the apostles always mention, it's gonna be levels, man.
Yeah.
You know.
Real quick, I'm gonna jump down to verse 16. Well, verse 15 says, and when the morning arose, then the angel hastened Lot, saying, arise, take thy wife and thy 2 daughters, which are here, lest thou be consumed in the iniquity of the city.
Yeah.
And while he lingered, he was bullshitting, procrastinating, right?
Mm-hmm.
The men laid hold upon his hand, and upon the hand of his wife, and upon the hand of his 2 daughters.
Talking about the angels.
Yep, was the men, right? It says, the Lord Yahweh being merciful unto him, Lot, and they brought him forth and set him without the city. He teleported him to outside the city. We're going to have all types of powers, man.
Yeah.
We're going to have all types of powers. You guys don't even fully get it. Okay? This is why this isn't hard to, like, the bargain is well worth it. If any of you don't think flying and teleportation and mind reading and invincibility and really enjoying everything and so I'm already walking into places now with supreme confidence on people. I mean, but in a humble way. I'm not pushing it out, but I feel that way. I was walking in amongst the 2/3, you know, or even the random people. But I mean, in that day when you actually earned it and it's yours, It's nothing gonna be like it, man. I kind of like that feeling, like the king just walked in. Oh, like, ooh, shit! Look, all eyes on him. You know, beautiful, man. But in all righteousness.
Yeah, man. And that's just gonna be the epitome of what it's like to be a actual son of the power, man. Mm-hmm. You're the son of the Heavenly Father, man. The God who created the whole universe.
Yeah.
You're His son, and you have abilities that He enabled you with.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I give you power over all this. You can manipulate. You can, you know.
Go ahead. I got a righteous work in you. Go ahead and knock that out.
Right, man.
Yep.
And Yahweh Shai is gonna grant us that, man. That's why He's worthy of the praise that you know He's to get, man.
That's right.
You know, since you spoke about teleporting, let's deal with Yahweh Shai, man. He had the abilities, man. All right, while in the flesh. This is John 6, real quick. This is John 6, and I'm gonna start at verse where are we at? Verse 16. It says, matter of fact, let me start.
If you want a little context.
Yeah, let me start up. So this is John 6 and 14. This is after He performed a miracle of feeding the multitude with the loaves and the fish, right? It says, verse 14, it says, then those men, when they had seen the miracle that Yahushua did, said, this is of a truth that prophet that should come into the world. When Yahushua therefore perceived that they would come and take Him by force to make Him a king, which shows you that Yahushua, you know, He knows your thoughts. And
that's mind reading right there.
That's telepathy, right? Yeah. But also this goes to show you that he was humble.
Yep.
He took the humble position, man. He wasn't, you know.
He didn't want to be exalted.
He didn't want to be exalted like that. He made himself of no reputation.
And if you really understand it, he was always bigging up, so to speak, Yahweh.
Yeah. He
was always giving the glory to the Most High God, Yahweh.
He said, if you believe not me, then believe the works that I do. The works that I do is of the Father.
Yeah.
You know? It says, he departed again into a mountain himself alone, and when even as now come his disciples, went down into the sea, and entered into a ship, and went over the sea towards Capernaum, and it was now dark, and Yahushua was not come to them. And the sea arose by reason of a great wind that blew. So when they had rowed about 25 or 30 furlongs, meaning they went a few miles out into the sea, so they're like a little past the halfway point into the sea. So they're a great distance out into the sea, and it's dark. It's nighttime, by the way.
Yep.
It says, they see Yahushua walking on the sea and drawing nigh into the ship.
Let's not just breeze over that. He was walking on water.
Right.
I mean, that's a joke that a lot of movies and comedic skits or whatever will do about the Lord walking on water, but that's a real superpower.
Yeah.
To walk on water. You show me another Jake that can walk, anybody in the world that can walk on water.
Supernatural.
He's walking miles out.
Right. There's no scientific reasoning to explain that.
Yep.
Esau, he would be left like he would be forever trying to study how to do such a thing. Mm-hmm. Okay.
He's making boats and special shoes and shit, trying to mimic that.
Right.
Trying to make it possible for him.
Yep. So it says, they see Yahushua walking on the sea and drawing nigh unto the ship. They were afraid. And I was seeing a sight like that, I would have been afraid too.
Right.
You in the pitch black, in the middle of the sea, you seeing all these waves, and you know the it's like a storm. You know, it's windy, so the waves is beating up on the ship. You don't know if the ship is gonna fall over, or you know you might fall out and drown in the sea. But then you see Yahushua just walking like it's nothing, like he just strolling towards the ship. You know, you be shook like hell too, man.
Yeah.
You know. It says they willingly received them into the ship, and immediately the ship was at the land whither they went.
Immediately.
And
if you did the math on the furlongs from where they were taken off from to Capernaum, 2 or 3 furlongs or whatever it said wasn't the distance.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and it didn't take another 20 furlongs or whatever for them to see him and him to walk onto the boat.
Right.
That wasn't it. No, the point was he teleported them across the water to where they were going.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
And that's another supernatural thing, man.
That's right.
All right, having that ability, man. That's a angel, man. Mm-hmm. That's like as of an angel. All right. As a matter of fact, Apostle Philip, he teleported too. You know, after he spiritually baptized, what was that, the Ethiopian eunuch?
Mm-hmm.
You know, after he he broke bread with him. You know, he went into Isaiah the 53rd chapter when he was sitting in that chariot.
Yep.
When he went to baptize him, it told you that after he did that, when the Ethiopian eunuch looked up, Philip was gone. Yeah. He disappeared.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so that's just another example, man.
I just want to say this about teleportation.
So, like, matter of fact, let me get it.
Okay,
This is Acts 8.
Yep.
And verse 38. It says, "And he commanded the chariot to stand still, and they went down both into the water, both Philip and the eunuch, and he baptized him. Yep. And when they were come up out of the water, the Spirit of the Lord caught away Philip."
It teleported him away.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. That the eunuch saw him no more, and he went on his way rejoicing. But Philip was found at Azotus, which was probably another town way away from where they was at. And passing through, he preached in all the cities till he came to Caesarea or Caesarea.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so hey, man, that's heavenly, man.
And I was just gonna say this about teleportation. A lot of you Jakes don't want to sit in that commuter traffic.
Hell no, you be wishing you want to just
the East Coast and like LA and man, you don't want to sit in that traffic. Yeah, Chicago, I'm sure Chicago and Boston and all these major cities got the traffic. Right. You don't want to sit in that traffic. You could be like, don't you see something? You could be home already.
Yeah.
Well, I could be home,
just like
and be there.
Yeah.
Already chilling.
Mm-hmm.
That's the ultimate thing, to be able to cut that time out of your day, that commuter time. Yeah, man. That's these. When you really think about the powers that we're gonna get, we don't know them all. We don't fully understand the power of understanding everything. Like, man, you guys.
Man, I mean, just go back to when Jacob wrestled the angel and his name was changed to Israel.
Mm-hmm.
Why was his name changed to Israel, which means prince of the power? He's a prince with the power because he prevailed with the angel.
Yeah.
He still was persevering while in a position of difficulty, because angels are mighty. They can break your bones.
He dislocated his hip, I believe.
Yeah. And he still held on to the angel, man.
Like, no.
That's strength. That's power.
And that's symbolic to what we have to do to earn that power. Okay? It's huge.
That's right, man. Quick.
It's on teleportation?
No.
Let me get a quick teleportation one.
Go ahead.
Bell and the Dragon, the 30